Hi everyone, my name is Vicky and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a keema. It's traditionally made by ground lamb or ground beef. I'm going to be making a healthier option by using ground turkey. And for those of you who are trying to lose weight or just live a healthier lifestyle but still enjoy your desi food, this one is for you. You can eat this in a salad, or you can also eat it with wheat roti or brown rice. I hope you find this recipe easy and as delicious as I do and as my family does. You'll be needing 2 onions, and you're going to be chopping these onions. I like to use Roma tomatoes. I use 2 of them, and I also chop them. They say the most dangerous tool for a chef or a cook is a dull knife. So make sure your knives are nice and sharp. I like to add coriander or cilantro, as we call it here in America. This is usually used as a garnish, but it tastes and smells so good. It really adds to the taste of the keema, or to any Indian recipes that I make. As soon as it's chopped up, I will add it into a strainer. So all the ingredients you'll be needing to make this recipe, this keema, is garam masala, pepper, haldi, also known as turmeric, jeera, which is cumin seeds, and salt. You'll need 2 chopped Roma tomatoes and 2 chopped medium or small onions. I usually chop up my ginger and grind it up ahead of time, and I freeze it. So I freeze it in little sandwich bags. So what you would need is maybe, I'd say 2 heaping tablespoons of ground or minced ginger. You could leave the skin on. Serrano chilies. You have to see how hot they are. Usually the ones that I use are not too hot, but then I also like a little bit of a kick to the food. And the same goes for the garlic. And all of the stuff I chop and I freeze in little sandwich bags in little portions, because it makes it so much easier, especially when you're coming home from work and you're wanting to cook something. You can just take these out of the freezer, and I usually just stick them in a little bowl and defrost them for about a minute, and then I just throw it into the tadka, you call it. You'll need extra virgin olive oil, and you will need a packet of ground turkey. Oh, and you will need cilantro that I talked about before when I was chopping it up. Alright, so we are ready to cook our keema. I usually like to use a big saucepan kind of a thing, because it's easier for you to smash up the ground meat. So basically I have a gas cooker, so I turn it on to probably like a medium-high heat. And I'll take my oil dispenser and just very little olive oil, probably just not even enough to get it all stick to the entire pan, because it's non-stick, the pan anyways. I use very little of the oil just to fry my my cumin in the jeera. I usually use maybe about a palmful. So you're just gonna, and I just let it toast for a second. I let that toast for a second. See how it's frying up in there? When it starts to fry up, and I'm gonna use one of these wooden, like flat-headed spoon things. I'm gonna toast up that cumin a little bit, and as soon as it starts frying, I'm gonna throw in my garlic. And with garlic, you don't want to burn it, but as soon as you stir it a little bit, you want to throw in your onion. And you know, to make onion cook faster, it cooks pretty fast in these non-stick pans. Once the onions are pretty translucent and they've been sweating in there for a bit, you want to go ahead and add the ginger and the chilies. I've defrosted these as well. You don't want to overcook the onions and the garlic because you want the nutrients to stay in it. And so I'm going to throw in my chilies and my ginger. That didn't defrost all the way, but it's okay. You might want to turn on your fan at this time because the spices might get to you. My kids aren't around right now, but when they usually are, the fan has to be on because it kind of gets to you. You know, if you're going to be standing next to this, you know, go ahead and turn your heat up a little higher. If you have a gas stove, like a stovetop like I do, it's easy to bring the heat up and down. But if you have an electrical oven, then, you know, you want to just keep it like on probably like a medium-high heat because you don't want to burn it, and it does take time for the heat to come down on that. Once you've let it cook for a minute or so, you want to add in your tomatoes. Add in all those tomatoes. You just want to stir those around for a little bit until they're a bit soft. What helps to make them a bit soft, at this time, if you have actually a gas stove or an electrical one, you want to bring down the heat a little bit. My heat is a little more on the higher end right now, so I want to bring it down so it's about at a medium heat right now. And I am going to take my lid and I'm going to cover this up so it'll help my tomatoes soften up nicely. And, all right, so it looks like my tomatoes are softening up nicely now. So as soon as that happens, I'm going to start adding my spices. And the first spice I'm going to add is the garam masala. Garam masala is actually a mix of spices. You can buy a ready-made garam masala in most Indian stores. We make our own at home. You just take a bunch of spices like cumin, coriander, and star anise, and all that kind of good stuff. Basically, garam masala, we have cardamom in it and all that stuff. It's pretty much whatever spices you want, all mixed up and ground together. I'm gonna take 2 small spoons of this. And I eyeball it. I never measure stuff. So cooking is not like baking. Baking, you have to be really precise. But for cooking, you could eyeball it. And garam masala, I mean, you're not going to overdo it, I think, with this. It just adds more flavor. Pepper. I usually add just 1 of these, or probably half a teaspoon. You can use haldi, which is turmeric, which is very, very good good for you health-wise. I like to use kind of a lot of it. It doesn't really have much of like a strong flavor to it, but I use about 2 of these spoons, or you could use 1 teaspoon of it. Just, again, it's something you want to eyeball. It's salt. Salt, I don't like to add too much, but you know, you add as much as you want. It's better to add less, and then you could add more later. I usually add about 3 of these spoons of salt for this recipe. And once you have all of that in, my heat is actually turned down right now to like a medium low. And you really do want to have your fan on for this, because when all these spices are cooking, they will get to you. If you notice that your mixture is a bit dry, you can always add some water to it. Just very little, because keema does not have gravy to it. Keema is usually a dry dish, so you just want to add very little, maybe a tablespoon or so, or 2 tablespoons of water. Sometimes, traditionally, people use a lot of butter or oil to make this. And you won't have that issue if you use a lot of butter or oil. But I try to make this as healthy as possible. So I don't want to use all that butter and oil. So I will just kind of eyeball with the water and use that to moisten up my... this is called tadka, by the way. So that's what I use it for, is to kind of just, you know, so it doesn't kind of stick. And the spices don't get to you too much. So once you have that nice mixture, what you're going to want to do then is add your turkey. Turkey, what you want to do, just open this package up and just drop it in there like that. Make sure your heat's not too high. And then you want to just smash up the turkey. You want to, and the turkey is going to release liquid as well. So that's why don't use too much. Don't get carried away with that water or any other liquid. Sometimes people like to use broth. I don't use broth. I don't use anything but water. So you're just going to smash it up. That's all you're going to do. And once that's nice and smashed, there's not much you're gonna do to it then, because you don't want to just hover over it, because it's gonna take a little bit of time, maybe about 5 minutes to 10 minutes to start cooking up. What you do want to do is you want to cover up this keema. Hey guys, so what you want to do now is every 3 to 5 minutes you want to go check on it. You want to smash it up and make sure there's no lumps in the keema, and then you know, it'll cook up pretty fast. The entire thing will probably take no more than 10 minutes to cook up, and let's go back and check out how our keema is looking now. Hey guys, so here is the keema, and it looks like it's surrounded by a bunch of full of liquid here, but and we don't want that liquid, and the liquid is there because it was covered. Any big lumps of it that you have, you want to smash them down, because keema should not be lumpy. So you just want to continue smashing up the keema until it looks like taco meat looks like. Another really good idea for this is you could also use it in tacos. I've done that before. Soft tacos or the hard shell tacos, but not that healthy. Soft tacos maybe. But even the crunchy tacos, I don't think that has that many calories, and it's made out of corn, and you can always buy healthier options now in the store. So basically now when it's pretty smashed up and it's still cooking, what you want to do is, this is an option. I use it because I like to add as many nutrients possible to this. You could use mixed vegetables. I use peas, frozen peas, one of these small bowls of it. You can put as many as you like. There's no limit. But I put, maybe for one packet, I'll put a small bowl of peas, or maybe 2 big handfuls of them. And you want to put in your peas at this time. Some people don't like peas, that's why I leave it as an option, but peas are good for you, so use them. You'll know that it's done because, well, the meat will look white, it won't look pink anymore. And it took about 15 minutes to 20 minutes for it to be fully cooked. As long as the keema, the meat is not pink, you'll know that it is fully cooked. And if you're doubting it, then use like a meat thermometer kind of thing, and it usually tells you the temperature of the meat, and if it's at a certain, I think a certain degree, then that means that type of meat is cooked. I have one of those, but I don't usually use it. I just kind of look at the meat and make sure that it's white, and once it is that color, you want to throw in your cilantro. You could leave it like that. I usually mix it in. Hey everyone, so this is the end product, the keema. It's cooked, and just wanted to let you guys know, make sure you don't overcook it because it's going to turn out really dry, and you don't want dry keema because that's going to taste all bad. So I hope you enjoy it, and just remember it's really healthy and nutritious, so you won't feel bad after you eat it. Take care, and let me know if you have any questions.